I was shocked and excited when they announced God of War Ragnarok Valhalla DLC at the Game Awards this year. I was shocked because they said it would be free DLC, which lowered my expectations from what we have seen over the years in games. I was excited to play more God of War Ragnarok, but I never expected to get such an excellent DLC. You know what else is free? Liking and subscribing to 3 Dads and a Console, if you haven't already. I'm not a fan of roguelike games, so when I saw the premise, I doubted it would be for me. Was I ever wrong? Because I fell in love with the gameplay loop and became instantly addicted. I was already a fan of the combat in God of War Ragnarok, and dare I say, this type of game mode is perfect for it. God of War Ragnarok Valhalla is more of a roguelite than a roguelike. Now, for those who are watching this and don't know the difference between the two, let me explain. And don't worry, I had to look it up myself, and I've been playing video games my whole life. A roguelike usually has permadeath, and you lose all your progression when you die. But a roguelite can keep your progression and not suffer permanent death. Being a roguelite, you can continue to upgrade Kratos after you die to become more powerful, making the run easier for you to accomplish if you find it too difficult. Let me tell you, you're going to have to do run after run after run, or if you're just amazing, then only a couple runs. At the beginning of each run, you will pass tablets you can interact with to upgrade Kratos. You collect seals, use as currency towards those upgrades that will help you progress each run. I would recommend upgrading your health and your defense first, then your weapons. You can also earn a Divine Triumph to help you get a mastery upgrade for Kratos. You won't lose all these upgrades, they will only strengthen you. There are many different mastery levels that you can complete to earn rewards throughout your playthrough that you will help Kratos become stronger and unlock new rewards. There are labors to meet that provide you rewards like Divine Triumph, Mastery Seal, and Spirit Seal that you can use for upgrades. An example of a labor would be Scorched Earth, which requires you to use the blade skill Scorched Earth 10 times in combat. Having these not only upgrades Kratos to make him more powerful, but also adds other challenges to the game to accomplish these objectives and earn rewards. As you kill enemies, you will collect Fleeting Echoes, and at the beginning of each run, you will choose a path you'd like to take regarding which weapon choosing the most and which one you would like an advantage with. Fleeting Echoes are temporary resources that can be spent at Tablets of Endeavor to improve your chances of survival, but are lost at the end of each run. You can also earn keys that can be used to remove barriers inside Sanctuary. Once removed though, you will find rewards and upgrades that will help you for your run. When you enter, each time you re-examine Kratos' past, learning about it and uncovering some things you never knew about the character. I don't want to spoil too much because there is a story being told with God of War Ragnarok Valhalla, which is a continuation of where we left off at the end of Ragnarok. I would highly recommend you play through Ragnarok first because you could lose a lot of references that are in this story. I would even suggest you go back and play the old God of War games if you haven't already, as Valhalla references many of the lore and the characters from previous games. Make sure you speak with the Valkyries before each run as they expand the story and the lore of God of War. You can change your appearance before each run and your progress, unlock new armor, and can be worn even throughout your playthrough. Wearing these has no effects or buffs as they're purely cosmetic. You start with the Blades of Hades, the Dolphin Spear, and the Leviathan Axe. You will see some of the same enemy types each run, but you will run into some that you haven't even seen before in the games at all, along with some beasts that can pose a huge challenge. From what I'm being told, you can complete this free DLC in about 6 hours, but it took me well over 8 to complete the story. As I mentioned, I don't want to give away any of the story beats. You will be surprised when you play it. The Valhalla DLC is free on PS5 and PS4, but you can only play it if you previously purchased God of War Ragnarok. For free DLC, it's worth so much more than that, and I genuinely think you could have charged for Valhalla. No one have even complained, and honestly, the internet likes to complain about everything. We don't even charge for subscribers or likes, but we greatly appreciate it. Many game developers have been tracking on roguelikes/roguelites DLC to their games in the recent years, but what Santa Monica Studios has done feels different and fun. A lot has to be said about the fun factor nowadays because buying games isn't cheap, and adding Valhalla as a free DLC adds so much value to an already masterpiece of a video game. God of War is perfect for this type of mechanic and doesn't feel forced. God of War Ragnarok Valhalla is my biggest and best surprise of the year, and I hope everyone gets a chance to play it.